Hello students. In the previous videos we have understood about the transport system in humans with the help of blood and lymph. Now in this video we are going to study about the transportation system in plants. Now what plants need to transport? Plants need to transport water, several kinds of minerals and food which is prepared by the leaves. These all have to be transported or needs to be transported by the plants from one part to another. Now, for that system, what do you think that plants don't they need a proper transportation system for that? If we talk about small plants, these things can be easily transported from one cell to another or from one tissue to another with the help of simple diffusion process if the plant is very small. But if we say that if this plant, if we are talking about large trees, huge plants, then in that case this thing is very difficult. It is very difficult for a plant to transport these material from one organ to another simply with the help of diffusion process. So for this problem to overcome, they also need a proper transportation system. And because their energy needs are different and they generally contain more of dead cells, that is why their transport system is comparatively slow in compared to humans. And the plant transport system will move energy stores from leaves and raw materials from roots. So there are two pathways. So basically for the transportation system of if we talk about the plant transport system, it basically consists of xylem and phloem. Now first we will discuss about the transportation of water in plants. See students, plants basically take water from the soil through the roots, and when they enter into the roots through the root hairs, they diffuse into one cell to another with the help of pressure difference. Because if water is more, you have already learnt about diffusion process. The diffusion process, all in this process particularly, molecules move from higher concentration to lower concentration. So if water is present out of this roots surrounded by the or you can say in the soil, then it can easily diffuse from higher concentration to lower, that means into the cells. So from cortical cells to endodermal cells it reaches to xylem, and from xylem with the help of this pressure difference it reaches up. But because this particular pressure which is created in the roots is called root pressure, but this pressure is comparatively very small. It is not much that it can lift the water up. पानी जाइलम तक तो पहुंच जाएगा रूट प्रेशर से धीरे धीरे एक सेल से दूसरे सेल से होते हुए, बट वो इतना ज़्यादा प्रेशर नहीं है जो कि पानी को ऊपर तक लिफ्ट करा सके, ऊपर तक टिल लीव्स इट कैन रीच. So for that purpose plants need several other forces, several other physical forces like capillary force, then you can say adhesive force, cohesive force. These forces basically which I am naming here, they are not in your syllabus. You will learn it in higher classes. So we are not going to much in detail about them, but there are several other physical forces which are required. And one such force which is there in your syllabus is transpiration. Now what is transpiration? Transpiration is the loss of water from the stomata in the form of water vapor is called transpiration. So basically आपने already ये पढ़ा हुआ है transpiration. It's a loss of water in the form of vapor. So what happens when this transpiration takes place? Then suction pull creates. एक suction pull create होता है जिससे कि पानी ऊपर loss होता है और पानी नीचे से सक होता है. तो दिस सक्शन फोर्स एक्चुअली लिफ्ट द वाटर अप. जाइलम के बाद सीधा पानी जो धीरे धीरे ऊपर आता है. जाइलम इज जनरली हैविंग ट्रैकीड्स एंड वेसल्स, एंड ट्रैकीड्स एंड वेसल्स आर क्वाइट परफोरेटेड. उनमें छोटे छोटे पोर्स होते हैं, एंड देन दे हेल्प द वाटर टू लिफ्ट अप. तो थ्रू दिस एंड दे क्रिएट्स अ वाटर कॉलम. एक वाटर कॉलम बन जाता है जिससे पानी धीरे धीरे ऊपर आता है. सो टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड this, I have just simply taken out some diagrams from the net so that you can easily understand. You can see this picture. This is, see, यहाँ पे पानी किस तरीके से लिफ्ट हो रहा है. From the root here you can see to up. A column is maintained. Pink color arrows shows the column, how it goes up in the stem. Stem में xylem जो है उससे ऊपर जा रहा है पानी, फिर leaves में पहुँच रहा है. So this is how it reaches up with the help of different type of forces here mentioned: adhesion, cohesion. See, with the help, and up in the leaves it takes transpiration. So this is how it creates. तो ये जो arrow है, this shows how it creates a water column, and this is how it goes up. And same with the minerals also. Minerals जब हम लेते हैं, like plants need nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus and many other minerals which are present in the soil. So in the form of ions, these have to take up by the plants. So sometimes it is active transportation and sometimes it is passive. Now active transportation is the transportation in which expenditure of ATP takes place, जिसमें कि ATP energy in the form of ATP molecule, you can say, spent or used to move the ions from one cell to another. And passive transport is simply like diffusion, in which no energy expenditure takes place with the help of simply pressure difference from high pressure to low pressure. Simply जो ions हैं वो move करते रहते हैं. तो minerals can be transported actively or sometimes passively depending upon the conditions. But water transport completely with the passive transportation process. No expenditure of energy takes place. So this is how water transportation, water and minerals transportation takes place with the help of xylem tissues. And in this particularly root pressure and transpiration process helps. Now what are the you can say functions of transportation? Transportation helps in the suction pull. It creates a suction pull, as well as transpiration also gives a cooling effect. It also helps in temperature regulation. It regulates the temperature of the plant. You always feel with because as we are having sweating process, हमारी body में sweat आता है जिससे हम cool feel करते हैं, हमारी body का temperature regulate रहता है. Same way plants also have to regulate their temperature with the help of this process. And other than that, it also gives a cooling effect in the environment. So whenever you stand near the trees, you always feel cool because of transpiration process. And this process always takes place during the daytime when the stomata are open, and at night when the stomata closes, transpiration also stops. So this basically depends on the closing and opening of stomata. So okay.